In this video, I am going to be introducing vocabulary or words that we use to describe characters or people. We ask the question, what kind of person is he or she? We ask the question, how does he or she feel? These pictures show someone who is feeling scared or afraid. Those words mean the same thing. They think that something bad is going to happen. They feel scared or afraid. The word on this page is nervous. Nervous is when you know what you want to happen, but you don't know what will happen. Will it be what you are hoping for, or will it not? You might be afraid to hope. In this first picture, this person looks hopeful. She is a little nervous, but in America, we cross our fingers like this when we are hopeful that something will happen the way that we want it to. In these other pictures, the lady looks nervous. She knows what she wants to happen, but she does not know what will happen. She is nervous. Nervous is a little bit like worried. Here is the word worried. When you are worried, you also don't know what's going to happen, but you think it might not be good or not what you are hoping for. This person here looks worried. She does not know what's going to happen, but she thinks that it might not be good, or it might not be what she is hoping for. This person here looks discouraged. Discouraged. You can see inside the word discouraged the word courage, and the prefix dis at the beginning means not. This person is not feeling courage right now. The word discouraged is not a happy feeling. With this feeling, you know that it didn't happen the way you wanted or hoped for, or it is not happening the way you wanted or hoped for. Now, you temporarily, that means not forever, but for right now, you don't have hope. It's hard to see how something good can come from this. You feel sad. This person sitting on the bench feels discouraged. It is not a good feeling. Discouraged also means hopeless. Hopeless is someone who does not feel hope. You can see in this word the word hope, and at the end of this word is the suffix less. Less is a suffix that means you don't have it. You don't have hope. Someone who is hopeless does not have hope. You can see in this picture the boy has a problem. There's a big hole in his boat. The boat is sinking. He's trying to get the water out of the boat, but that is a big hole. He feels hopeless. He feels discouraged. Over here, this person is feeling hopeful. You can also see the word hope, and then the suffix full. Full means you have it. You are full of it. He is full of hope. Hope is when you know what you want to happen. It hasn't happened yet, but you believe that it might happen. This boy believes that he might get this bicycle, this bike. You can see on his face, he thinks that he might get it. He is full of hope. He is hopeful. In this picture, you can see that this person has positive feelings. Positive means good, really good. Here are 4 examples of how she might be feeling. She might be feeling hopeful that something good is going to happen. She might be feeling triumphant. Triumphant is the really great feeling we have after we do something really, really well. Joyful means full of, what do you think it means full of? Full of joy. Joy is very, very happy. Joyful is a very good feeling. And the last one is excited. She could be feeling excited. On this page, we can see 2 words have care at the beginning. Care means, are we paying attention? Do we care? This one over here on the left has the suffix less. Less means we don't have it. These 2 people on this side are being careless. This girl is not paying attention when she walks across the road to see that there is a car coming. This girl is talking on the phone and not paying attention to what is happening on the stove. When you are careless, sometimes a bad thing can happen. There could be a fire. Someone could get hit by a car. It is important to be careful. Careful means that we are paying attention. Careful means that we are being responsible. Responsible and careful have almost the same meaning. This person on the bike is being careful because they are wearing a helmet. Wearing a helmet is a good idea because it can help protect you. These 2 pictures show 2 people on an airplane. One of them is comfortable and one of them is uncomfortable. You can see that both of these words have comfort and comfortable. Comfort is, how does your body feel? Does your body feel good or does your body feel not good? This first person, he has a lot of room for his feet. He can lean back so that he can sleep more easily, and he looks happy. He looks like his body is feeling good. Plenty of room to stretch and rest and relax. He does not feel squished or painful. We see the suffix able that turns comfort into an adjective, comfortable. Comfortable. Comfortable means your body feels good. That person is comfortable sitting in his chair on the airplane. This other person, we can see the word comfort, and we can see the suffix able that turns it into an adjective. So there is the word comfortable, but do you see what's at the beginning? There's a prefix, un, and un is a prefix that means not. So it turns this word into the opposite, not comfortable. Uncomfortable means not comfortable. This boy right here is squished. He cannot stretch his legs. He cannot lean back. He does not look happy. It will not be so easy for him to sleep on the airplane. He is uncomfortable. Patience is a noun, and if that is how we are feeling, or we want to use that word to describe someone, then we turn it into an adjective and say patient. Here is a quote that says, "Patience is not the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude while waiting." Patient is how you feel when you are waiting for something to happen. If you are in a happy mood while you are waiting, then you are being patient. If you are not in a happy mood while you are waiting, then we would say that you are impatient, and we would put the prefix "im" in front. "Im" is a prefix that means not patient. These two boys, however, look happy while they are waiting for some fish. So I would say these two boys are being patient. On this slide, we are looking at people who are being brave. Brave is the same word as courageous. Here's the word brave, and here's the word courageous. Do you see in the word courageous, we have the word courage. And then we add a suffix to that word, which is "ous." "Ous" turns the word into an adjective. We do not say "courage us." We change the way we say it. We say courageous. Courageous and brave mean the same thing. This person over here, who is not me, says that courage is when you are afraid of what might happen, but you still do it. You are still brave, and that shows that you have courage. Courage is a noun. It is something you can have. Brave is an adjective. It is how you feel. We can take the noun courage and add "ous" and turn the word into an adjective, courageous. We could say that this boy right here climbing the climbing wall is courageous and brave. This person looks like he just jumped out of an airplane. That person is brave and courageous. That person has courage. This little girl is standing right next to this very big animal. I think that takes courage. I think she is brave. Let's read this quote about bravery. Before I read it, let's look inside this word bravery. We can see the word brave. Brave is the adjective. When we add the ry, we turn brave into a noun. So bravery is the noun, and it is also the subject of this sentence. It is about being brave. And it says here that bravery is not the absence of fear. That is a difficult sentence to understand. Absence of fear means you don't have any fear. So this quote is saying, if you're brave, that does not mean that you don't have fear. You might still have fear. It says bravery is feeling the fear. Fear is when you are afraid or scared. You might have doubt, which means you're not sure if you want to do it or not. You might have insecurity, which means you don't really know what is the right thing to do. You have different ideas, maybe one idea to do it and one idea not to do it. But you still decide that something else is more important. So in this quote, it is saying that being brave does not mean you do not have any fear or any doubt or any insecurity. It does mean that you think it is important to do it even though you feel those things. These pictures are showing what it means to be determined or persevering. Now the word persevering, this word here with the ing on the end, is an adjective describing a person, but you can see that we can have it just the word persevere, which is a verb, something we can do. So here is the word persevere. This is something we can do. What does it mean? It means we do not give up. You can see these pictures here. This person keeps trying, and if he fails, he tries again. And if he fails, he tries again. And he keeps trying until he wins. So it means do not give up. We can also take the word persevere and add this suffix to it, A-N-C-E, and turn it into perseverance. That is a noun. Two other ways to say it are determination. Determination is a noun that means not giving up. Another way to say that is having grit. Having grit. Having grit means you are someone who perseveres. You are someone who has determination, which means I will not give up. Their attitude is, well, I may not be there yet, but I'm closer than I was yesterday because I keep going. Here's some other quotes about determination and perseverance. Determination and perseverance moved the world. Thinking that others will do it for you is a sure way to fail. This person is saying, don't wait for other people to do things for you. You can have determination and perseverance and keep working on your goals yourself. Keep trying. Don't give up. This one says, mistakes, when you make a mistake, that's proof that you are trying. And that's a good thing. Here's Albert Einstein. He's a famous person, and he says, it's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer, which means he does not give up. If it is hard to solve a problem, he just keeps working on it. These kids here, they're saying, I can do hard things. I will try again. I will work hard. I will challenge myself. I won't give up. This one takes the word don't quit and erases the NT and the QU and says do it. Do it. Here you can see a picture of a snail very slowly moving that big rock up a hill. That is hard to do, but that snail is not giving up. Here's a picture of a plant that wants to grow. It is not an easy place to grow. I do not see any soil or dirt or rain, but that plant is not giving up. It is going to find a way to come up through that crack. Here's a person who wants to get to their goal. This is where he wants to be, and he just keeps finding a way to get there. He starts here and he just keeps coming up with a plan and keeps working on it. He does not quit. He does not give up. These are examples of being determined, persevering. This is a good character trait to have. This is the idea that I can do it. On this page, we are seeing examples of being adventuresome. Adventuresome begins with the word adventure. Adventure is a noun. Adventure is when we get out of the house and we do something exciting and fun. Doing something adventuresome often takes a bit of bravery. It is very exciting. You can see at the end of this word we've added S-O-M-E. That is the suffix which turns the noun adventure into an adjective, adventuresome. These people are being adventuresome. This person is on a ropes course. These people look like they're on a trip. They're on vacation, and I think they're hiking. This person is climbing a mountain covered in snow. That is not easy. This person is kayaking. This word here is kayak, is the boat that they're in. and then we can add ing, and it tells us what they are doing. They are kayaking. Here's our person who jumped out of an airplane. These people are hiking in the mountains covered in snow. It is very cold, and this is not easy. This is another example of kayaking, but it is a different kind of kayak. We call this white water kayaking. This is a lot of fun. It is an adventure. The word on this page is all about being curious. When we are curious, we say, I wonder if, and then we think about what might happen next. We wonder about what we see. We wonder about possibilities. We ask ourselves questions like when, why, where, what, who, which, how. We look at things carefully, and we ask ourselves questions about it. This person is thinking about a lot of things and is very curious. So is this girl. Here is someone looking very carefully at a flower. Being curious is thinking about things. Thinking about things, asking yourself questions, wondering about things. A scientist is a very curious person. This is someone being a team player. A team player is a noun, and we can see that being part of a team is when we are with a group of people working together with them to do one job. On a team, every single person is important. Every single person is needed. We can see a picture of a soccer team right here. We can see here how all four of those people are needed to get that arrow right into the bullseye, which is where they want to go. That is their goal. Here is a group of people that are jumping out of an airplane, and they are all working together. Here you can see some people who are climbing up a mountain, and they are helping each other get there. You can see this person right here is giving a hand to this guy still coming. Here are some people working, and you can see by giving each other fist bumps that they are working together and celebrating that they did a good job together. Being a team player is a good thing. This page shows the difference between being kind and being unkind. You can see that both of these words have kind. But in front of this one, we have the prefix un, and we have learned that un means not. So this word is not kind. These people right here, these two kids, are not sharing. They are both trying to use that shovel at the same time. But here, one girl is giving another girl a flower. She is being kind. She is sharing. On this page, we are seeing some other words that have the same meaning as kind. You can see kind is here, but another word that means kind is thoughtful, and also helpful. Helpful, thoughtful, and kind have a similar meaning. And here we can see pictures of someone who is being kind, helpful, and thoughtful. These two kids are playing on their skateboards. One of them fell down and the other one is helping her get up. This girl is helping a little boy drink some water. This girl is helping maybe a little sister or another little girl put on her helmet before they get on their scooter. This girl is helping this boy get up. He is wearing rollerblades and he fell down. Here we can see some kids who are friends. When we are talking about friends, we might use the word friendship. In this word, you can see we have friend. And then at the end, we have a suffix, which is ship. That turns friend into friendship. Friendship is when we are talking about the good feelings between two friends. We say their friendship. They like their friendship. These pictures also show love, happiness, and joy. Love is when we really like another person. Happiness means that we feel really good. We are smiling. Joy is even better than happiness. It's great happiness. These two girls here are hugging each other. They put their arms around each other and they give each other a big hug. That shows that they are friends, they love each other, they have happiness. You can see in the word happiness, it starts with happy, and it ends with the suffix ness. If we get rid of ness and turn the I into a Y, we have the word happy. You can turn happy, which is an adjective, into the noun happiness by turning the Y into an I and adding N-E-S-S, happiness. We are going to look at a few pictures on a playground to learn the vocabulary of the things that we can play with on a playground and the verbs that we use. In this picture, we see that the girls are swinging on the swings. Our subject is the girls. What they are doing is are swinging. We say are because it's more than one girl, and it tells us what they are swinging on the swings. This right here is a swing. Here we say that the kids are riding the skateboard. Usually there is only one person on a skateboard. This is a skateboard, and that person would be standing up, and then we say that person is riding the skateboard. Our verb is are riding. Riding what? The skateboard. So the skateboard is the object in that sentence. Here we say the kids are jumping rope. This right here is a jump rope. And if we are using the jump rope, we say jumping rope. The kids are jumping rope. That is our verb. The kids are playing soccer. The subject is the kids. The verb is are playing. What are they playing? Soccer. We do not need to say or the in front of soccer. We just say are playing soccer. This is the soccer ball. The boy is flying a kite. Here is the boy holding the string to the kite. The verb is flying. What is he flying? A kite. This is the kite. A kite is the object in this sentence. The boy is flying a kite. The boy is using a pail and shovel in the sandbox. The boy is the subject. What is he doing? Is using. What is he using? A pail. This pink thing right here is the pail. That's what he is putting sand into. and a shovel. This red thing in his hand, that is the shovel. Where is he doing this? In the sandbox. This big container right here full of sand is called a sandbox. It is like a big box of sand. The boy is playing in the sandbox. Here's the subject of our sentence, the boy. What is he doing? Is playing. Where is he? In the sandbox. The boy is playing in the sandbox. Okay, we only have 4 slides left, and we are going to look at 4 more character traits or words that we can use to describe a person or a character. There are many words on this slide, but they all go together because they are kind of about the same thing. So these words and pictures are about being trustworthy. That is one word. Trustworthy. It means being worthy of trust. It means someone can trust you. If someone trusts you, then they believe you will be honest and keep your word and do what you say. They believe that if you say something, then you will do it. Your actions and your words will be the same. This means having integrity. Integrity is when you are trustworthy, you are honest. These 2 people are doing something called a pinky swear. They are saying, I promise and I will keep my word. It means that they will, when they say something, they will do it. They do what they say. That also means being reliable. It means you can depend on me to do what I say. This person here is depending on this person to catch her. She is trusting that person to be reliable. Here's a quote that says, integrity is the most valuable and respected quality of leadership. Always keep your word. Let's see, what else do we have? Dependable. Dependable means worthy of trust or trustworthy, reliable. Capable of being counted on. It means you can depend on me. How can you be trustworthy? Well, it says trust is earned. That means you have to show that you are trustworthy. One action at a time. Here are some simple steps to being trustworthy. Be reliable. Do what you say you will do. Have the courage to do the right thing. Be loyal. Stand by your friends. Be honest. That means tell the truth. Do not deceive, cheat, or steal. Deceive is when you try to get someone else to believe something that is not true. You know it's not true, but you pretend that it is true. It is not a nice thing to do. You can see that this boy is being trustworthy because when this lady drops some money on the ground, he does not take it and run away. He lets her know. You can see that this girl here is being loyal to her dog. Loyal to her dog. She is being his friend and taking care of him. She is not going to leave him to be by himself and take care of himself. Here's a little quote about having integrity. Every time I use the word integrity, I have been saying having. I say have integrity or having integrity. Integrity in this sentence, though, is the subject of the sentence. And the sentence says, integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. It is easy to make good choices and do good things when other people are watching us do them. But if no one is watching, it is harder to do the right thing. Integrity is when we make that choice to do the right thing even when no one sees us. Integrity is being honest. So these words, honest, integrity, reliable, trustworthy, loyal, and dependable, all go together. These are great character traits to have. This page is showing examples of how we can be resourceful. Resourceful means that we know what our resources are. Well, that's a hard word. What does that mean? It means that if we have a problem that needs to be solved, then we think about what do we have available that we can use to solve the problem. Look at this person. He has a problem. There is a flood. It has been raining and raining. The ground is covered with water. Maybe the water is very deep. How is he going to walk? Well, he looks to see what he has available to help him, and he sees these two stools, and he turns them into a kind of, not really a shoe, but something that he can walk on so that he can walk even though the ground is covered in water. That is resourceful. Here, I think this is the same area where the ground is covered in water, and this person made this jet ski by thinking about what things does he have that he can put together to turn it into something he can use to move through the water. This person is using his umbrella to pull the teapot closer to him. This person was stuck on an island. The first thing he did with the wood that he found was write out the word help. But then he thought about how he could use these pieces of wood to make himself a raft. He found a way to solve his problem and help himself by using the things that he had available in a different way than what he had been thinking. You can look at the same thing in different ways to see how you can use it to help solve your problem. Here is a frog who, what does he have available to him? Just a leaf, and he uses it to help him not get wet. That is sort of a silly example of being resourceful. Here's a quote about being resourceful. It says, success, that means being able to do what you want to do, is not about your resources. Resources means what is available for you to use. What do you have? It's not about what you have. It's about how resourceful you are with what you have. Being resourceful is not about having these pieces of wood. It's about how you can think about. It's being able to look at what you have and think about it in a different way so that you come up with a way that helps you solve a problem. Problem solving is something that we have to do all the time. And we start by thinking about what is our problem. We get information about it. We come up with ideas. We pick an idea. We build what we need. We test out our idea. We think about what we have. And then we ask ourselves, did that go well? Did that not go well? And then we start all over again. We call it a loop because it goes around in a circle following those arrows. Here's another example that's a little bit more detail, where at the beginning we ask ourselves what the problem is. We do some research and get some information about it. We imagine and think, what are different solutions? What are different things we could do that might solve this problem? We pick one and make a plan. We create or make what we need in order to test and try out our plan to see if it will work. Will our idea work? After we test it out, we think, did that work well? Did it not work well? How can we make it better? And that comes back to another question. How can we make it better? And then we start going around again. This is the process of problem solving. I'm not going to go down there. So this is about being resourceful and being able to be someone who is good at problem solving. On this page, we are going to look at ways to have a positive attitude, to be resilient, and to be flexible. Having a positive attitude is important for many of the good character traits we have talked about. It helps us to be persevering and determined. It helps us say, I won't give up. It helps us to be hopeful. It helps us to be a team player. It helps us to have integrity and be trustworthy and dependable. It helps us to be good at solving problems and to be resourceful. For all of the positive things that we talked about in this lesson, it helps to have a positive attitude. What does it mean to have a positive attitude? Well, let's look at an example of being positive and not being positive. This girl over here is not being positive. She is afraid of change. She does not want anything to change. She is being negative. That means not positive. This girl is being positive. She is ready for new experiences. She is looking ahead. Let's take a look at this tree up here. These trees are not breaking. They are bending. They are leaning over, but they are not breaking. Even though the wind is blowing really hard on the trees, it is probably not easy for that tree to stay standing, but it does not break, it bends. This is an example of being flexible. Flexible means when hard things happen, when things happen that are not what we want, that are not easy, that are not what we are hoping for, we do not break. We just say, I can do it a different way. Here are some flexible thinking examples. We say, I can see things in a new way. I can look at a challenge with a new lens. I am okay when things change. More flexible thinking is when we say, I consider or think about others' ideas and thoughts. I question answers I'm given. I often ask why questions. I am able to change my thinking based on evidence or new ideas. When I get new information or when I have new ideas, I can change how I think about things. I use what I already know to learn something new. This is letting our mind, our brain, think about things in different ways. It is similar to being resourceful. Here is Tigger. He says, life is not about how fast you run or how high you climb, but how well you bounce. That's kind of a funny thing to say. Here it uses the word bounce again, and it says, you can bounce back, be flexible, and flourish. Bouncing means you're not going to break. You hit the ground and you just get up again. Let's see what else we have. This one says, be clear about your goal, but be flexible about the process of achieving it. Your goal is what you want to do, what you want to happen. Maybe the way you get there doesn't go the way you want. But if you're flexible, you can say, I will keep trying, I won't give up, but maybe I will have to do something different than what I thought about in order to get where I want to go. Let's see what else we have. Change happens in life all the time. Things do not stay the same in our life. Things change. And dealing with change can be difficult. But here are some things we can do that can help us deal with change. Dealing with change is another way of saying be flexible. We can draw a picture about how we are feeling. We can think about how the change could be good. We can tell myself it will be okay. We can ask about the changes ahead of time. We can talk to an adult about them. We can take deep breaths. Let's see. Another word that goes with this is the word resilient. Resilient. Someone who is resilient is not going to break. When life changes, they are going to be able to bend. There are some things we can do to help us be resilient and flexible. We can take care of our body and our mind, how we're feeling, our relationships with other people. We can get exercise and enough sleep. We can think about things that we are thankful for. These are things that can help us to be resilient and flexible when life gets hard, when change happens. Here's our last quote. This one says, "I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination." Being flexible, being resilient, means that when change happens, when life is not going the way we planned, we can change the way we think about it, we can change what we're doing, and we can keep going and not give up. And it helps if we have a positive attitude. That means we believe that good things are going to happen. We believe that we can keep trying. We believe that we can be flexible. We can believe that we can find new ways to do things. We can have hope. We believe that we can be problem solvers. We believe that we can be resourceful. Having a positive attitude is one of the most important things we need to have in life in order to be successful. When we read a story, we will look at the characters in the story and we will ask ourselves, is this character brave or not brave, which means timid or shy? On the blue side, these are positive things. See, we use this plus to show positive. And on the red side, these are negative things. We use that minus sign to show negative or not so good. We want to be on the blue side. These are words that we want people to think of when they think of us. But in a book, in a story, there will be some characters who are positive and some characters who have negative character traits. We have talked about many of these words today. These are vocabulary words that describe characters. We have talked about brave, optimistic or pessimistic. Optimistic is having a positive attitude and believing that good things will happen. Pessimistic is the opposite. It means that you do not believe good things will happen. Kind is being thoughtful and helpful. Arrogant is feeling like you are better than everyone else and you don't need to help anyone. Considerate is another word that means kind. If you are not considerate, you are rude. Generous is being helpful to others and giving your time and resources to other people. Selfish means you do not want to help anyone else. You only want to take care of yourself. You want to keep all of your time and resources to yourself. Trustworthy, we talked about. Caring is another word for kind. Insensitive is another word for unkind. Loyal means that you stay by your friends. Jealous is a feeling, not a good feeling. It's a feeling when you are not happy that other people have something you want and you don't have it. Adventurous or adventuresome is a word we talked about. Fearful means you're not going to go on an adventure because you're too afraid or scared. You're not brave. Honest, we talked about. That's having integrity. Devious means you are trying to trick other people by lying to them. You are not being honest. Wise is making good choices. Foolish is making bad choices. And confident means you believe in yourself. You believe that you can do it. You believe that you can be resourceful and persevere and not give up. Anxious is being worried and nervous and fearful. When we talk about character traits, we can talk about characters in a story, or we can talk about people in real life. We can use these words to describe ourselves and to describe other people that we know. People will look at us and they will pick out words to describe what we are based on what they see us do and what they hear us say. And when we look at other people, we will decide if we think they are kind or arrogant, caring or insensitive, brave or timid, based on what we see them do and what we hear them say. What people say and do, or what characters say and do, is called evidence. We use the evidence of what people do and what people say to help us decide what their character traits are.